Hello everyone and welcome to Thoughts, Feeling, Emotions. I am the spookiest of all boys, Frankenstein, joined by, I don't know, what do you want to call yourself? You got a spooky name?
I don't know. Daniel the Friendly Ghost.
Wow, okay. We're off to a great start for our spookiest of episodes. Coming out several days before Halloween. This is a podcast all about our thoughts, feelings, and emotions on the latest topics of the week. And we'll start by going into a joke. Dan, why wouldn't the skeleton cross the road?
I don't know. Why wouldn't the skeleton cross the road?
Because he didn't have any guts. Ha 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 ha.
God awful. And
it's a joke for children. It's a joke for children.
Yeah, it's a joke for children. When you label every single podcast as
explicit. Yeah.
Yep. Forget.
We got to get that kid crowd in here somehow. We got to get you a girlfriend somehow.
What?
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 Oh
God, what have you done?
It's the spookiest time of year. Let's get into some of the topics and past things we've done this week. What have you been up to, Dan?
May I start the podcast by saying rip Gregory the Pumpkin?
Yes, fuck you so much. If you've noticed, our logo is different for this episode, and you're missing a certain pumpkin-headed Grim Reaper. That was Gregory, a character I wanted to add to our logo, but Dan killed several times by shooting him down in a hallway.
Yeah,
because he didn't like the look of Gregory.
Rest in peace, Gregory the Pumpkin. Racist to all pumpkins. Moment silence. Moment over. Anyway, what have you been up to this week?
Well, I've watched Borat 2, and I know you have as well, and pretty much a good 14-year later movie sequel to the first one.
Yeah, I actually put it back to the first one.
I liked it. I think they're both equally good. I recently rewatched after you said you watched for the first time Borat. I went back and watched it, the first one again, and I enjoyed it immensely. I forgot how much shit was in that movie, and I just thought, hey, why not watch it before I watch the second one? Because it was funny the first time. It's still funny now, and it's a good social commentary.
Yeah, and I loved all the coronavirus stuff from that film as well.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting the ending to come out of that, where, spoilers, the Russians were the one, or the Kazakhstans were the ones who created the
he injected Borat with the virus, and then he went around the world coughing on everybody, which then actually started it. And he actually went to Wuhan and coughed on the fishmongers. Yeah,
because the map at the beginning shows you all the places he goes before he gets to America, and it's all the places that had the coronavirus before. And it's clever. It's a very clever film.
Yeah,
and it's surprisingly got heart.
It has.
Also, that actress playing his daughter is really good. I really enjoyed her character.
Yeah, and I thought one of the most outrageous bits was when he started doing that. What's it called?
Fuck! Sorry, I just took a shot.
I'm completely sober for this, so it's gonna be interesting.
Coming up later, we got to have something that I need to be a little bit drunk to do. So
just a little bit. There's that scene where they had the Trump rally or something, or anti-protest rally. I think he starts singing out. I said, "Oh yeah, coronavirus is a hoax. It was created by the liberals."
Oh yeah, that was great. I love that.
So actually, in the film, did he actually do that?
Yeah. There's an actual footage of Sacha Baron Cohen in a real life rally doing that.
That man has no limit.
Yes.
Yeah, he's brilliant.
He's great.
So what else did you watch?
I watched The Trial of Chicago 7, which is on Netflix, and is a film about, I should have known, I watched it this morning. It's the protests from, 1968, for a protest that happened, protesting the Vietnam War, and how the American government basically tried to put 7 people in prison because of protests that were peaceful, and it was like the Black Panthers and everything, and they were like they got put in prison, but they weren't actually instigating violence. They were kind of peaceful protests, but because it was like the Vietnam War was all this bullshit. It's a very good film. I think a lot of people should watch it. It was really intense, and it's Sacha Baron Cohen's in it as well. So if you liked, it's got Eddie Redmayne in it. bunch of other people I can't remember the names of. Joseph Gordon-Levitt is the prosecutor against the Chicago 7. It's got it's a very interesting film. I didn't know a lot of this happened because it was the 1960s, so I didn't realize a lot of... Well, I knew this stuff happened, but it's eerily similar to what's happening today with the protests for Black Lives Matter and everything, but it's just how police brutality and everything is all going on in the world. And yeah, it's a very interesting film to watch at this current standard of time. But yeah, it's on Netflix if anyone wants to check it out. I would recommend it.
And on a very bit lighter side, I watched Knives Out finally after you spoiled it for me last week.
I didn't spoil it.
You definitely spoiled it for me last week.
They tell you who the killer is at the beginning.
One, there is technically a killer because he committed suicide. And two, you didn't tell me the killer. You said Chris Evans is the bad guy, which is revealed at the end.
They're all bad guys, though, so it's not a spoiler.
Definitely a spoiler.
It's not a spoiler.
It's 100% a spoiler. It's a good film anyway.
Yeah, I liked it when I came out. It was one of my favorite films of last year. Yeah, I really like Anna Marie Damas or whatever her name is, the main lead.
Oh, is that the girl?
Yeah, dating Ben Affleck for whatever reason.
Oh, random sidetrack.
It's just because whenever you see... Ben Affleck's always been a guy who seems very depressed because he kind of was. But then when you see him with what's her face from the movie, he seems very happy. So I'm happy for him. He seems...
That's good.
A lot... Yeah, he seems a lot better.
Anyway, let's go on to the first topic the first section of this week, which is what does this exist? And we've got two topics. The first one was people who talk in the toilet. Why do they exist?
Yep. Recently I went to the toilet in a public place and people were talking and I was just like, why are you a thing?
Stop talking, please. Don't want to talk.
Who talks in it? Yeah. Do you talk to people when you go to the toilet?
No.
Exactly.
No eye contact either. Avoid all eye contact.
No. Are you the person who goes to a stool first? Or do you go to the cubicle? Yeah, if there's a stool open, you go to the stool, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's who I am. I'm just like, how do these people go in, piss out, dick out?
It depends if there's someone already in the stools. So if there's no.
Yeah, no. I mean, if it's available, you go. If it's not, you go to.
Well, not if it's available. So if there's like someone standing next to me, I'm like, no, cubicle.
No, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
But if the cubicle isn't available, you'll suck it up and go to the urinals, and then you won't look at the person.
No eye contact. There's no nothing. You just stare at the wall.
Yeah. That's what I mean. I just can't understand how people can talk during a toilet. I know it's something everyone does, but I just don't know how you can be that blasé about it.
I can.
And it's also they're the most obnoxious people in the world who do it.
That's true. Also, the new iPad Air trailer just dropped, and
vastly different, but both related to shit.
Kind of annoys me. Just they put a random slinky jumping from iPad to iPad, and I cannot understand why. Why have they chosen the slinky? That makes absolutely no sense. You've just got a random slinky going like a staircase down of iPads. Why? It pisses me off.
I haven't seen this ad, so I have no idea what he's talking about. But slinkies
just about
are great.
Yeah, okay, I agree. But it's an iPad, not a slinky.
Well, they haven't made the iPad the slinky.
It's done this trailer.
I
don't care if an Apple fanboy.
I'm not an Apple fanboy. Fuck off. I'm like the furthest thing from an Apple fanboy. I think Apple are overpriced and overrated. They haven't had a good phone since the iPhone 4.
Yep.
And that was when Steve Jobs died.
Ultra.
Yeah.
For £1,500.
It wasn't £1,500. It was like $900.
No, it's S20 Ultra £1,500.
Yeah, I didn't pay that though. I paid like $900 because I traded in my own phone.
Yeah.
And I'm paying it on a pay monthly thing, so it's only £30 a month. So.
Oh yeah, what's the difference?
Yeah, it does. I'm not paying it straight up. So I can afford it, but I have a really good phone contract as well. So
anyway, that was our rant for today.
Yeah, that was all.
Let's go on to headliners.
With the scariest piece of news ever come out of any outlet, Jared Leto is returning to Justice League, even though he wasn't in it. Somehow, Jared Leto has returned for the Joker in Justice League.
Yeah,
and I mean, apparently this has broken a record. Because he's the only returning Joker in any DC film.
Is he?
Yeah, because every other Joker has only had one movie.
Oh, wow. Did not know that.
Yeah. I mean, in terms of movies, because there was the TV Batman from like the 60s with Adam West, and they had the Joker repeatedly in that. But for movies, Nah, Jared Leto seems to be the only one that has ever returned as the Joker. Because Jack Nicholson did it once. What's the Dark Knight one's one?
Heath Ledger?
That's the one. Heath Ledger. Oh god, that's bad. Rest in peace. Did it only once. And Jared Leto was going to only do it once. And Joaquin Phoenix may or may not return, but has only done it once so far.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Jared Leto is the only Joker that has returned.
Yep. Arguably the worst Joker has returned.
Yep, but I mean, the only reason he's the worst Joker is because he got nothing to do in that movie and looks like a twat. So.
Well,
if they could somehow manage to pull it off and flesh him out a bit, and make him actually semi-decent, I'll give him a go. But I don't think Justice League is looking good anyway, because
no,
it's Zack Snyder and he doesn't have a great track record. So, but yeah, that happened. That's the scary part of the week.
Yeah.
Going on to some less scary stuff. Google Stadia supposedly coming out after this. Basically, what happened was someone who was like a developer for one of Google Stadia's like in-house development teams came out and said that streamers should have to pay for video game licensing so that they can stream shit, and that they're lucky that the music industry and all of that haven't come down sooner on them. And that just pissed off a lot of people because it generally is seen as that streamers help sell video games.
Yeah, I think streamers more kind of advertise the games.
Well, I mean, Among Us wouldn't exist without
100%
streamers.
Like,
That's a 2-year-old game, and the only reason it got popular was because of streamers. The entire success of Rocket League was built on streamers. The entire success of what's the one? Fall Guys is built on streamers. Like, games come back from the dead if a streamer picks it up and it gets popular again.
Yeah.
Like, there's a whole industry built around making games designed specifically so that streamers play them. Like, Apex Legends is exactly that. It's a game designed to be streamed. And so it seems counterintuitive, but the reason why people got a little bit more annoyed is because it's coming from a guy who worked for Google Stadia. And Google Stadia is a streaming platform, and it's trying to heavily sell streaming. But then Google's come out and said that he's not associated with Google, because his profile said like he was Google Stadia developer or whatever it was, but he's not. He's like a Montreal section of Google Stadia.
Right.
So he's not an actual like higher up at Google. So he had to backtrack quite a bit since then, and Google's like denounced what he said and has like, we have a symbiotic relationship with streamers. And yeah, it seems a bit stupid. What do you think about streaming as a
I like streaming. I think streaming's good. Like I said, Among Us definitely wouldn't exist right now. What's a great game. Happy it does exist.
Yeah. And I mean, the thing is that they sort of implied that streamers don't pay for the games.
They do pay for them.
Yeah, I know, but he sort of implied, because he's like, oh, you've got to start paying like a license, and their streamers haven't paid for anything. And it was kind of just a terribly worded statement that he said.
I think sort of ways coming from like sort of the copyright and everything. So like, if
Yeah,
you
I
use a
get
font
that.
and a logo, you have to pay for that font for somewhere along the line.
Well, you're technically because there's the Freedom Act or whatever. I can't remember what it's called, but it's the fair use. That's the one. Fair use, where if you change it up enough that it's not the
Original.
the identical thing. If you basically ripped a movie and put it up on your YouTube channel, that's not copyright protected. You can get striked for that. But if you have like all those YouTubers who do like commentary over it, or cut it up, edit it, and then put their own thoughts over it, and then like CinemaSins and whatnot, or Honest Trailers, where they take bits of it and then add to it or make it better. That's fair use. You can do that. You shouldn't be copyright striked for that, because you're not taking the entire thing.
No.
But yeah, it's stupid, and I found it quite interesting that for someone who works at Google to come out and say it is quite funny.
Talking about streaming, Quibi died.
Yep, you didn't know what Quibi
I had no
was.
idea until you mentioned it yesterday.
So Quibi is basically was sadly a streaming service, which was like short form videos that were like less than 10 minutes long, and had the unique feature of being able to be viewed in vertical or horizontal mode.
So basically
And
TikTok, but 10
sort
minutes
of-
was like TikTok style Twitch.
Yeah, but this had $1.7 billion worth of backing into it to make content. And it was a former Disney DreamWorks person, Jeffrey Katzenberg, who was one of the leading people behind Pixar and Disney, and I think former head of Disney and one of the heads of DreamWorks, and he got backing for 1.7 billion, and then blamed the coronavirus for people not using his platform, a platform that was designed to have people watch it in their free time, and a lot of people have free time during this year.
Definitely coronavirus fault, yeah.
So it died within 6 months of its launch.
I didn't even know it existed. Maybe that's why it died.
Exactly. Yeah, no one cared. No, they didn't market it. The only thing that it got marketed for was because people found one of the created contents was a woman who falls in love with her bionic gold arm, and it's killing her, and she doesn't want to get rid of her gold arm. And it is the stupidest shit if you watch the actual clips out of context. It sounds
really dumb.
Yeah, and that was one of their big things. But they had massive celebrities doing cameos. People got paid big time to do this, but they just it's classic rich old people not understanding modern world and going, I can do that, and then failing miserably. Pretty much.
You think they're famous and go, oh, look at that, I'm amazing.
Well, it's the sort of old person view of we've got these celebrities. These are the things that sell our product, and these are the things that draw people in. And then they don't market it, and they don't actually try and get it into the things. They basically there was a story of a podcast that was trying to do content of their shows, and they copyright struck them. They blocked them so that they couldn't talk about Quibi, so they were basically blocking the only people who were talking about their platform. And it was it's just classic dumb old person bollocks where they're just going, yeah. But yeah, so Quibi died. I've been following it for ages, and I was just like, this thing is never going to work. It was just funny to finally see the nail in the coffin. It's just a staggering amount of money to waste on something and then have it fail within 6 months. $1.7 billion. And they couldn't get it to work. I don't know.
Can't solve everything.
Yeah. But I'm glad the people who did stuff got paid, but it was just because they were just basically giving money away to people to make content. So the people who did it basically got a lot of money, but yeah.
It's kind of similar to Microsoft Mixer.
Yeah, that was an interesting thing. Yeah, that's now Facebook Gaming, isn't it?
Yeah, it's sorted to Facebook.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I wanted to come... I had another topic that I wanted to talk about. Basically, with Facebook and the Oculus, if you delete... Because Oculus now makes you log in with a Facebook account. If you delete your Facebook account, it deletes your Oculus game library.
What?
Yep. So if you have an...
That's the dumbest idea ever.
Yep. So if you have an Oculus Rift, from I think the Quest up, I don't know, I can't remember if it's from previous ones. I think it's because you had to tie it in. But as of now, if you have an Oculus account and you've tied it with your Facebook account, if you delete your Facebook account or disable it, you can't access your Oculus library.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's sad times.
Yeah.
Because I'm about to delete my Facebook account.
Yeah. It's such a weird thing, and no one wants Facebook anymore. So, I don't.
No, dumbest thing. I only use for Messenger.
I like Facebook Messenger. If Instagram had an actual separate Messenger app, I'd probably switch to Instagram. But
do you know I don't actually have an Instagram account?
I do, but I don't. I never fucking use it. I don't use any social media platforms.
I don't understand social media.
The only one I use frequently is Twitter, and that's not because I like Twitter. It's just a lot of comedians and stuff that I follow use Twitter.
Yeah, it's quite good to get things off Twitter.
And I don't follow racists, so, it's a benefit. Although a lot of the people I do retweet racist shit to make fun of it, so it's always fun to see it from that side.
I'll tell you what annoys me. Mm-hmm. The one that annoys me is Snapchat.
Oh, yeah.
I don't understand
I've never understood Snapchat, and this is coming from someone who basically was prime for when Snapchat came out, and I was just like, I hate this. This is
makes
dumb.
No sense to me. Thing is, people just send random pictures of part of their face with a message on it, and I just question the sanity.
Yeah.
Of why have you done that?
Yeah, I don't get it. And people try and keep up streaks for how many days they use Snapchat. And I'm just like, what sad cunt does that? Like, I've seen people try and get the long streaks of like a whole year sending the same snap or like a picture to someone, even if it has no context. It's just an image that they send, like of a brick wall, just so they can keep their streak going with someone for like a year. And I don't get it. And I don't get I kind of get Instagram, and I can't.
Yeah, that's makes more sense.
And I hate TikTok. TikTok just seems retarded as fuck.
I can understand TikTok.
I've never seen anything funny come from TikTok. The only thing that I've sort of agreed with from TikTok was a video basically saying that the Star Wars titles were in the wrong order, and that was about it.
I did see that, and I do agree with it.
Yeah, but
I was like, oh yeah,
it's too late to change them, so that's it. But I never use TikTok. It just seems.
I have a confession to make. I did use TikTok, and I did get addicted, but I'm now clean, and it's gone.
You were shooting those TikToks into your veins, right?
I was. I had withdrawal symptoms for a week. I was tempted to re-download the app.
See, I've just never been that big into social medias. I'm just like a very private person, so I never post anything on it. And then I've over the last couple years, I've just deleted everyone I know off of them, and I've only kept like the Messenger app so that I can just talk to people on the Messenger app. But then it really hinders my love life, because for whatever reason women love social media, and if you don't have like a massive following on your social medias, you look like a creep. Because you look like you don't have any friends, which is not true. I do have friends, I just don't have any friends on Facebook.
Surely it's worse to have a social media account and not have any followers instead of having no social media.
Yeah, that's the point. But I can't get rid of Facebook because I have it logged into so many accounts and shit. And I like Facebook Messenger. That's the only thing I like about Facebook, is the Facebook Messenger app.
Well, you can now delete Facebook. And
I don't have Facebook on my phone. I never use it.
No, but you can delete the Facebook part of your Facebook account.
Yeah, but I have it. I just can't be arsed. I don't use it, so I'm just like, why not? Fuck it. I'll keep it active, because if I ever do disable it, I can't get onto my Oculus account. So
yeah, that's true. How to keep this game?
So yeah, I'm just like, well, fuck it. Why not?
Talking about games,
mm-hmm.
Call of Duty Cold War have just released a new zombie onslaught mode.
Yeah, I saw that. I don't know what it is.
So I'm a big fan of zombies, and I was really hyped for it. And the mode is sort of zombies, but in multiplayer.
Is it like the Fortnite ones, where they have like zombies pop up on the map?
No, it's like normal zombies, but it's a multiplayer map, and there's like separate, kind of a sub game mode into it, where you had these orbs around the map, and you had to sort of go around the orbs kind of produce a force field of a safe area where you won't die from take damage over time.
Right.
So you have to kind of follow that around, and then eventually you'll complete it, and then you'll get like it's basically like Special Ops in Modern Warfare, something like that, but with zombies.
Right, but is it multiplayer where you're fighting other players?
It's 2-player co-op.
Oh, so it's not an actual battle royale sort of multiplayer map thing.
No, it's like zombies.
I thought it was like that. Oh, okay.
No, but I don't want to talk about this because
could be alright, I guess.
There's an interesting conversation to have about this. The game mode is exclusive to PSN network for a year.
Well, that's fine.
No, but a year.
Yeah.
A whole mode for till the next Call of Duty comes out. So when no one's been playing this Call of COD anymore.
Nah, they'll still try and keep that COD around. Also, they'll probably just move the game mode to the Black Ops 4, 5, whatever the new one is, Cold War.
No, but that is in Black Cold War.
No, but they'll just because they're moving Warzone into they're just moving Warzone into the map or the loading screens and everything for Cold War, aren't they? I'm pretty sure that's
yeah, but no, Warzone's moving it because that's the free to play game mode.
Yeah,
but zombies won't.
Yeah, they'll just move on to that. They'll just go.
They'll do it.
Yeah, they will.
They will transfer zombies over.
Yeah.
Same way they haven't transferred Special Ops over.
COD pisses me off so much recently. The only COD I was looking forward to was Modern Warfare 2 Remaster, and they fucked it up because they got rid of Spec Ops. The only reason I wanted to play that game. I couldn't give a shit about the campaign. I'm just like, I want Spec Ops. I want to be able to play with my mate, do all of the Spec Ops things on Veteran, and just have a great time, because that was my favourite part about that. That was my favourite COD. That was my favourite thing to do. And they couldn't fucking do it. and it pisses me off because they did all of the COD multiplayer and shit for Modern Warfare Remaster, but they didn't do it for fucking Modern Warfare 2. It annoys me so much.
Never know. One day I might come back.
They won't, because it costs them effort, and they don't like doing effort. It's easier to do a campaign touch-up than having to touch up the entirety of the thing. It just bugs me.
So yeah, basically that game has pissed me off now because I can't play it for a year.
Well, you can. You have a PlayStation 4.
No, but it's not free to play. You have to buy the game on PlayStation.
Didn't you buy it on PlayStation?
No, I bought on PC.
Ah.
It was like half price on PC. I was like, oh, I'm not buying on PlayStation then, am I?
Yeah, well, when it goes for half price on PlayStation 4, you can buy it and then play the code.
It'll still be more money than what it is now.
Do you have to buy it on top of the game mode? Or the game?
No. So
is it free on PlayStation then? So I could play it.
No. You have to buy the game, but that's it.
Yeah, I have the game.
It's part of the game. Or Cold War.
Oh, Cold War.
Yeah, this game is in Cold War, by the way. It's not in Modern Warfare.
Oh, I couldn't give a shit then.
Yeah, so like, this game is
I
in
thought it was
Cold
in
War.
Modern Warfare.
And then when it releases, it's locked behind PSN for a year.
I think they did something similar to that with another game. I think Destiny stuff.
I just found out they did the same Modern Warfare.
Mm.
So they had Spec Ops missions that you could play in multiplayer maps.
Yeah.
And then that was locked behind PSN for a year as well.
Yeah.
But no one cared about Spec Ops.
Well, they fucked up Spec Ops because they weren't Modern Warfare 2 Spec Ops. That's the Spec Ops people wanted. Because Spec Ops was just 2-player Spec Ops missions, and they had some of the best maps and everything. And then with Spec Ops on Modern Warfare, it was 4-player, or up to 4-player, and they were garbage. Because they
just made it more difficult, because you needed 4 people to do it.
Yeah, if you tried with 2, it was very difficult. And they just weren't as fun. Like, none of the maps I can even remember. And we tried playing them, and they were just garbage. You had to take helicopters and shit to places, and it was just like, this is not what I want. I want to fucking do fucking a state takedown on Modern Warfare 2, and just shoot James in the back multiple times, because that's all I did. And then have the jugs come and just fuck us up. It was great. And it was just,
yeah.
It was fun. I hate COD for doing that. It just bugs me so much.
Yeah, I never played Modern Warfare 2, so I never actually know how good it was.
This is why I want PlayStation to, if they ever did, have backwards compatibility with PlayStation 3 games. Cause
I think it's more likely PC to have backwards compatibility with PS3 games.
Yeah, I did try, and I do want to play it on PC. Because that would be the only way I could get someone to play it modern day. But yeah, it's alright. Speaking of like PlayStation and stuff, PlayStation has had a black controller leak online from an outlet. I don't have it up in front of me which outlet it was, but it's nice to know that PlayStation have black controllers. There's also a website up now, I think, called PlateStation. Where you can pre-order like customizable plates of the side panels for the PlayStation 5. So they've got a matte black, a blue, a red, a camo one of like side plates that you can clip onto your PlayStation to make it look different.
Yeah, they look quite cool. Yeah. I do like them.
Yeah, I do. I did want a black PlayStation when it came out, so I'm glad that the PlayStation 5 has a adjustable and like nice side panels, because I imagine there's going to be some really nice custom ones that people are going to make, and like I've seen some fucking sick renders of consoles that people have made. Like there's an artist called Boss Logic, and he's made some great fucking renders of what you could achieve with the customizable faceplates. I'm just like, someone make these a reality.
Yeah. Also, Sony have now sent out the first DualSense controllers to people to review and stuff.
Oh, they've sent out the consoles as well now.
I've seen the consoles. But anyway, the white controller is actually more grey than it's white.
I think that's just because of the divots in it. Because the little divots are X's and circles and triangles.
Yeah, it's like very subtle.
Yeah. But yeah, the retailers and everything have started getting the actual consoles now. So we'll start seeing reviews and stuff of people actually testing the machine now, which is awesome. Still,
I mean, I look forward to seeing it. Of course, I'm not going to buy one anytime soon.
Nah, you're a PC boy, so You
Well, I will still hold a heart to PlayStation. That part of me will never go away.
See, I'm just PlayStation through and through. I've tried to get into Xbox. I'm just not a fan. Nintendo, I had a Wii, and I had a DS, and I had a Game Boy, and then everything after that, I've just been like, nah, there's no point buying these. I don't like any of their exclusives. Like, their third-party support has been terrible. It's gotten better recently, but by the time any of the third-party stuff, like any Nintendo Switch game, they're like full price on the Nintendo Switch, and I'm just like, I have this for like £2 on Steam, or I have this for £2 on PlayStation. I'm just like, I'm not paying £15 or £40 for a game that I already own just to play it portably. I can wait for inevitably Sony to launch their PlayStation Now thing as a Xbox xCloud competitor, or I can buy Stadia and get them for free and whatnot, or have Amazon Luna and have my Twitch library client. There's too many options for portability that I can't be asked to buy a Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
But,
shall we move on?
Yep. Let's go into the weird, wacky, wonderful.
Yeah, so this week I haven't got as many as I had last week, but I still got a couple interesting ones.
Oh yeah, I should state that this is just a segment of the weird and wacky, wonderful stuff that's happened in the world. Doesn't have to be recent, can be from ages ago. It's just stuff that we found that we thought was funny. Mostly Dan. Dan mostly does this.
I've got a provincial website that just brings up, searches the internet for all the random stuff, and I got a list of everything for the past week. So the first one I've got is a killer whale has now declared war on Spanish fishing boats. I'm not sure how that's possible.
Yeah, I was wondering. That does seem... Did he
Killer
sign...
whales have declared war on Spanish fishing boats. Since July, there have been at least 30 attacks on small boats in which the mammals ram the vessels. Most have taken place off Spain's northwest coast, but most were rammed by mammals in the Straits of Gibraltar, and 5 ships were attacked in Portuguese water. A woman who was on board one of the ships said it felt like totally orchestrated.
That's the dumbest fucking pun that she could have come up with. Yeah, I guess the boys has had a real influence on the aquatic sea animals, getting revenge for their fallen brother.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't know the boys' reach was that far. Yeah, I don't know how a whale can declare war, but yeah, I guess it sells headlines.
Yeah, no, never know. The next one is they've now released a face mask that smells of bacon, and it offers a heavenly experience.
Oh, that would be disgusting. Like, I like bacon, but I don't want it... Because every time they do a bacon-flavoured or a bacon-smelling thing, it smells disgusting. Like, have you ever had an air freshener that's meant to smell like bacon?
I don't know where I'd want that.
They exist, and every time you see someone, like, review it, they just go... Because it smells like garbage. And
I still think the best one is just new car smell.
I don't know what new car smells like.
I feel like a new car, pretty enough.
Yeah, but I haven't ever had a new car, so I don't know what a new car smells like.
New car smells nice. It's a satisfying smell.
I'll have to take your word for it.
Anyway, bacon fans can now have a face mask that smells of sizzling pork. The company behind the product says the Black Label Breathable Bacon Mask uses the latest in bacon smell technology. To give the wearer the experience of smelling a sizzling rasher as they use the coronavirus protection garment.
See, all that suggests to me is that they've just dipped the mark in bacon grease and then just sold it, and it's just when you get it, it's just going to be covered in grease.
It's going to be dripping.
And it's just going to be like you're just going to be sucking on it every time you talk, and you just go, and then just.
It promises
gagging.
it will be a heavily aroma.
I doubt that highly. I would not pay for this. This should have been, why does this exist? Ugh, fuck.
And finally, a televangelist claims God told Donald Trump will win the election.
Yeah. What's a televangelist?
I have absolutely no idea. I just, that's what the title is called. I need to search this up now.
So you
I
didn't
have
do any research on this. You just went, that's a strange headline.
No,
what if a televangelist is like a...
An evangelical preacher who appears regularly on television to promote self-beliefs and appeal for funds.
Oh, so he's a beggar. Okay. So he's just begging Donald.
And he claimed God has told him Trump will win the next month's election. The multi-million former US presidential candidate will also forecast that there will be at least 2 attempts on Trump's life and a war against Israel will be put down by God. And then an asteroid will end the world.
So he does believe the asteroid. So he must believe the dinosaurs were wiped out as well. Good to know. Yeah, I don't know. See, a lot of that shit is just bullshit that you can claim because it's happened, and you're like, people do get assassinated if they're president. There have been previous ones. If they don't like them, and we live in a shitty world, so it probably may happen at some stage. But if it does come true, it just doesn't prove that he was right. It just means he got lucky.
Yeah. So that's all for me for this week's Weird, Wacky, Wonderful.
Shall we go into the big, actual spooky Halloween segment? Because we haven't been very spooky or Halloweeny this time. And it's not going to get any better.
No. No. It's Halloween now. It's very scary what we're talking about.
Oh, yeah. We're talking about the most dateable universal monster. Ooh. Yeah, so
it's terrifying.
I thought it would be funny to take the classic list of Universal monsters: the Mummy, Frankenstein, the Bride of Frankenstein, Swamp Thing, the Phantom of the Opera, Dracula. For some odd reason, Dracula's daughter was on there, and Wolfman, and see which one of them would be the most dateable for us. And we got some questions for a compatibility website, so that we could give like a score out of what was the scoring, out of 5 or
score out of 5 for each one, and it's a combined score. We're not doing separate scores this time.
And so we'll start with the Mummy, and we'll go through our list of 7 questions, and we'll give them an overall score for each one. So the first question for the Mummy is, will they stay out at night and you don't know where they are? So I reckon the Mummy would go out at night, and he'd probably go to the club, then get sort of dancing, bit of the boogie woogie, and then go to the toilet, and someone would casually, accidentally pick up one of his strips of...
Oh my god.
And then, do it, and then flush, and then he'd get scooped up, and he wouldn't have any bandages, and he'd just be a skin, flesh thing.
Yeah, and then he would hide because he doesn't want to be seen.
Yeah, so you wouldn't know where he is.
Exactly.
Yeah. What do you think? Do you think the Mummy would be loyal enough?
I think you're right. However, I could sort of see the Mummy being a bit more reliable. Maybe pick up the phone and say, "Oh, look, this has happened to me."
Do you have mummy issues? Is the question, Dan? Do you think you can trust the Mummy?
Don't want to answer this question. Don't want to answer this. Possibly. I leave it as an open-ended question for that. But I reckon I could trust him.
Okay. So what did you think out of a score of 5? Do you think you would? Are we doing this, the lower score is for how bad he is, and then 5 is how good he is?
Yeah, 5's
so
better.
The lower score is the worst, and then the higher score is the better they are. I'd say probably a 2. He's
2, I think.
Because he's not very good.
I think maybe a bit more 3, though.
Do you want to do a 3?
I think we should do a 3. Or we can do 2.5. There's no limit.
2.5. We'll split our votes to go one singular 2.5.
Good 2.5. I'm putting all these in the spreadsheet like I did last week, and I've set it up.
And we will post that spreadsheet at some point. Like, I have forgotten to do the other one, but I will at some stage.
Exactly. And I'd probably end up in the exact same fate.
You can follow me at Frankenstein and see if I do it. FrankComstein.
Are you spelling it because I keep spelling it wrong?
Yes. It's
you realise people might spell it wrong.
Everyone spells it wrong, and also Google corrects whenever you try and spell it to Frankenstein. I have the spookiest name out there because it actually works, and then it doesn't get recognised. Yeah, these are all taken from an actual website. I don't remember the website, but it wasn't a very good one. So, do they respect a feminist point of view, Dan? Does the Mummy respect a feminist point of view?
Well, considering the Mummy is from ancient Egypt.
Yeah, and they did have female pharaohs. So
they said female pharaohs, but
the recent Mummy movie was a female. So
that's true.
She was very progressive.
But is there a bit of sexism around Egyptians?
True.
It was back then. There isn't this liberal as it is now.
They do love cats, though, so they do love that pussy. Dan has collapsed on the floor.
Why have you done that? Why have you done that? I know you can't see me, but I just headbutted my desk. That's what just happened after that.
I reckon the Mummy has a high standard for femininity. I'm gonna give him a solid 4 out of 4.5. I'm gonna give him a 4.5.
I reckon we should go 4. I think 4.5 is a bit high.
4.4.
I reckon 4.
Okay, we'll go 4 for. Do they have a respect of the feminist point of view?
Yeah, only because I'm ancient Egypt. I don't think
they were pretty progressive.
I suppose that's probably a bit better than it was in during Middle Ages as everything.
Yeah,
but
we've got the Middle Ages with like Frankenstein and whatnot coming up, so you never know. When you're kicking around the house with them in your sweats, do they make you feel comfortable?
See, I got a problem with this question because I never wear any sort of sweats or anything
But
like
when
that.
you're wearing your normal clothes, then
Well, my normal clothes is just this. Just,
no one can see what you're wearing.
Jeans and
There
polo.
you go. Why are you wearing a?
That's what I wear.
You wear a polo. That's the fancy boy
know.
shit. Just wear a t-shirt.
Because I'm a fancy boy.
Just wear a shirt. No, t-shirt.
I usually wear shirts, polos, or shirts. So t-shirts.
So you're
polos,
just
shirts. That's what I wear.
constantly high-strung. Then you don't wear anything to just be comfortable.
No,
You don't-
Or if I usually wear chino shorts, or chino trousers, or jeans.
Of course, you're a chino boy. Ugh. I don't know what.
I mean, they're a bit more comfy than suit trousers. And I have to wear that
To be
for
fair,
work.
to be fair, I didn't know what chinos were for the longest fucking time. I thought it was like a food. Like everyone was. Because it's.
Chiquitos.
No, it's churros or whatever it is.
Oh, it's churros as well, yeah.
I
Churros bang, though.
Never
I
had
love
a
churros,
churro.
though. Oh, you're missing out.
Anyway, back to spooky shit.
Sugar, cinnamon. Lovely churro. Yeah, my mouth's drooling now.
Well, do you think you would be able to share a churro with a mummy? And just kick back on the sofa?
Oh, yeah, 100%. I could share a churro with anybody.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do that Lady in the Tramp thing with the churro. One on each end. Slowly meet in the
With a
middle.
mummy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Use the bandages to wipe your mouth with all that sugar.
Yeah. I should talk about bandages, sweats, bandages, a bit more relaxing. It's not upper class. So if you were wearing sweats,
Yeah.
you probably feel most comfortable than anyone else.
Do you think if you were in the bathroom and you needed a bit of toilet paper, they'd come in and help you out and give you some of their bandages? If you'd run out of toilet paper and you didn't have any more and you were just chilling and you were stuck, do you think they'd be a caring boyfriend?
Yeah, I reckon they
or,
would.
or girlfriend, depending on what gender we've assigned them. Although we can't assign genders anymore, so...
Everyone's genderless, you remember that. There's 100 genders.
Well, the mummy can be either. It's a very... For a man, it seems to be a weird name. But, you know. So, what are we giving them, then?
I reckon we give 5, actually. I reckon they'd be the most comfortable than
5?
anyone else.
Yeah? Okay, we'll give them a solid 5.
Solid 5.
Do they have any bad habits they try to get you to join them in? Plagues seems to be a bit of a thing with mummies. Sands.
I can't see mummies having that bad habits, really.
Well, in the current recent movie, they had a bit of a sandstorm problem that they tried to get people in behind.
But then they
And I don't really like Sandstorm, the song, so...
I hate you. Such dead jokes. You're
Well,
not
it
funny.
is a mummy, so...
Oh, no.
Dead jokes are appropriate.
No. Oh, you haven't done that.
I'm trying to think of what the mummy has that's a bad habit.
It doesn't really much.
I reckon they'd pick their scabs.
Yeah, but why would you join them in that?
Well, I don't know. People like pimple popping. So...
People might enjoy picking
you
the scabs with them.
Yeah, exactly. There is a thing. People do have a weird fixation of scab picking. I'm sure if you typed into Google, there'd be a scab picking page. Are you into scab picking, Dan?
I'm not really. Not particularly.
So if they were doing it, you wouldn't be involved. You wouldn't try to get them to join. But it's a bad habit, so you don't want to join their bad habits. So is that a positive?
I can't imagine it'd be too bad. I reckon we give them maybe like 3.5.
Yeah. Do they have a passion for life? Well, they're dead, so they kind of lost that. Although they do want to come back alive, so I could say that they do have a passion for life.
Yeah, but what kind of hobbies do they have?
Well, their whole thing is reincarnating themselves. So.
Yeah, but that's it. It's not really a passion, is it? That's just more of a human necessity.
Well, they have a passion for the cats because they loved cats.
Yeah, it's more Egyptian. I would say it's more than mummy. It's just everyone knows Egyptian is.
Well, they like collecting gold. Is that their passion?
I reckon it's a bit of a stinker here.
No, they're not very passionate in life.
I can't see him.
No.
Not even me passionate in the bedroom either.
Ooh. Well, it would be an awkward thing to go. Mummy, mummy, mummy.
Why have you just done that? Why have you just done that maneuver?
So their passion for life is a big old 0 then, yeah?
Yeah, I reckon 0. I can't see them having any passion whatsoever, to be honest.
Okay. I'm glad we agree on that. Will they willingly run errands for you, and do they do them well? Well, like we said, toilet run. Guaranteed that one.
They'll do it. They'll
That's
have
a good
toilet
one.
roll, go through the coronavirus pandemic, get you that toilet roll.
If you're a farmer, they'd be great for... Well, they wouldn't be great for locusts removal. They might be actually good for locust removal if you were a farmer. Because they'd send them somewhere else. Yeah. What else can a mummy do? What
I
power...
don't know. What does the mummy do?
Stands there awkwardly. They curse people.
Just kills people, don't it?
Yeah, they curse people. So if you were a hitman, you could send them to do your dirty work for you. That would be an error.
Nice easy job for your life,
Yeah, but are we hitmen?
No.
Well,
I don't know what you're doing in your free time.
Yeah. I may have given away too much information.
Well, what's that red dot on top of your forehead right now?
Why would it be my head? It should be your head.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dumbass. Dumbass. Why would I be the one shooting myself? Oh no, I've given away too much information. Bang. Yeah. I think the toilet one. Would they be able to get you groceries?
But the thing is, they haven't got much of a passion for life, so they're probably willing to do anything. Because they're probably bored.
Well, I don't think mummies are that subservient to people. They seem to be the one who wants to be in charge. Because they are dead pharaohs, so they have a very big attitude for, like, not wanting to be subservient to people. They want to be the ones giving the orders. So maybe you'd end up being the one actually having to go get stuff. I don't think they do it very well. I think if you send them to get groceries and you got them to send them to get, like, toilet paper, they'd probably come back with, like, 1 ply, and it'd just be gross.
Yeah.
I can...
Should we go for 1.5 then?
Yeah, I don't think they'd be very good. I think they'd be trying to get you to do stuff. Otherwise threaten you with death. So I don't think they're very passionate.
Curse you.
In more ways than one.
Are they inspiring to you to be the best person that they can possibly be?
You can possibly be, not they could possibly be.
That you can...
You said they could be.
I may have written this question down wrong, because it doesn't make sense.
Are they inspiring you to be the best person that you can possibly be? Not are they inspiring you to be the best person they can be?
I don't know. They haven't really got too many bad habits.
They are making me question my relationship with my mother.
Wait, what? How does this come up?
Well, am I having a stronger bond with my... I don't like those words.
Oh, I think very carefully right now.
I don't know. Would they inspire you to be a good person?
Well, what kind of good things do they do? They just kind of exist.
I think they could probably curse you to be a better person.
But would they want to curse you to be? Surely they'd curse you to be a worse person.
They could curse you to be a better person, because if it was what they wanted you to be, then it would work for your question. If it was, are they inspiring you to be the best person they could possibly make you, or whatever, and they cursed you to be what they wanted, then they would be making you the best person they wanted. Do you get where I'm coming?
It seems very complex for Saturday evening.
And especially at 11 p.m.
11 a.m.
And I've had a shot. So.
Oh my god, you're confusing me.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't feel like the mummy is the best person. It just seems to speak.
Should we go 1.5 again?
I was going to say 1.
1? I'll have to go 1.
I think they'll just sort of talk gibberish to you. They're not going to be really the best at inspiring speeches when you're down and you're having a bad day, and they're just coming over to you and just going like Arnold Schwarzenegger to you, or Sylvester Stallone. Just nonsense.
Well, The Mummy has got a combined score of 17.5 out of 35.
Okay. Next on our list, Frankenstein, my brother. My brother of Frankenstein.
Your brother from another mother.
Brother from another mother in name only.
And he isn't even the same name, but
Nope, it's a piss take on it because my last name is Frankham, and I thought it was clever. And
that's still kind of clever.
and I realized later on that Google Statistics fucked me over in the long run because I got to
And you're
get.
like, damn it, maybe I shouldn't have done this.
Yeah, but I like the name, so I stuck with it, and I'm just gonna force my way through Google's search algorithm.
I will get.
I will get there. So yeah, Frankenstein. Will they stay out at night and you don't know where they are? Well, Frankenstein is scared of going outside because he does freak out when he is outside.
So probably not then. He'll probably just
No,
stay home.
he'd probably stay home. So
Probably want to be with you all the time.
yeah, because he's very subservient to his master, like Frank.
I reckon it's 5.
Oh, we should put Frankenstein's monster because Frankenstein is the doctor. People are going to get pissed at us for that, so we'll change it to Frankenstein's monster. Although we could do the doctor. No, we'll go with Frankenstein's monster. Yeah, I think we'll give him a solid 5 because he's not going outside. Do they respect a feminist point of view?
I'm really not sure about this one.
I don't remember. Does Frankenstein he doesn't? He's not. No, because he's got I'm sure there's one movie where he's not like nice to women. Isn't he nice to women?
Well, I'm sure he'll be respectful of it. It doesn't matter. I think he'll see everyone equally.
Yeah, because he's got body parts from everyone, so he's probably got a
He's
very
part man, part
Yeah.
woman, part dog.
part goat.
I don't
I
actually know if
don't-
it's part dog, but
No, well, I recently watched Victor Frankenstein, and there's a very weird scene in that movie where it's like Dr. Frankenstein and Igor, and it's Daniel Radcliffe and James McAvoy, and there's just a weird scene where they basically establish that the reason why Igor has a hunchback is because he's got a massive cyst on his back, and so Victor Frankenstein is trying to pop the cyst to get the fluid out to get his back straight, and then
what?
yeah, it's real weird. And there's one of those back straightener things where it's like a chest thing, and it just goes around your body and it forces your back straight.
Right.
And there's a whole scene where Victor Frankenstein, like the doctor, is trying to force Daniel Radcliffe to wear it, and like it's just passionate, like it's very vigorous, like thrusting into him and just pushing him up against a wall, and all the camera angles are really weirdly sexual, and it's just like banging him against a wall, trying to grab around his chest, thrusting into him to try and clamp it down. And it's such a weird scene in that movie. Anyway, back to it. I think
I was going to say a bit of a sidetrack.
I think he would have a feminist view because he's got a lot of opinions in that big old brain of his.
Can you think of any reason why he wouldn't have a feminist point of view?
No, and I'm pretty sure in the movies he has been shown to like care for women. He's kind of like Lenny from Of Mice and Men, where he's just a big blubbering goof, and then he sees a woman and goes, and then accidentally kills them. So maybe he's not the best. Let's give him a 4.
Oh, yeah, 4.
Because I think the killing of women seems to be a downer on the feminist point of view, but you know.
So when you're kicking around in the house with them in your sweats, would you feel comfortable?
He's quite big.
Well, I wouldn't say it's attracted to a person, so, but, you know.
Does seem to attract lightning, so I'd be worried he'd knock out my TV antenna. You know, if like the signal goes a bit, because it's all stormy and you don't get the best Wi-Fi, so he's kind of interrupting my like chilling. You know. Also,
Yeah,
he
maybe.
might crush the sofa because he's a bit big and he's quite heavy. Like he has the.
But would you feel comfortable about it?
I don't know. I feel a bit squished on my sofa, so maybe not. Like my
Maybe not.
sofa's not that big. Like I take up not a substantial amount of it. Like I'm kind of skinny, but I don't think having a big old like 8-foot tall person sitting next to me would be the most comfortable thing. Also, he's a bit jagged, and he's got a load of metal in him, so it's not really comfortable to lie on. You know.
No.
So if you're trying to
We wanna use
snuggle,
him as a
yeah,
pillow
you're not snuggling up to him. That's the problem. So I think he's probably got like a 1.
I reckon a bit harder than 1.
You might be able to find one squishy bit, maybe on his leg.
I'll say 1.5.
Yeah, 1.5. Do they have any bad habits they try to get you to join them in? Running away from villages and getting angry mobs after them. You know, that's a bad habit that they seem to get themselves into all the time.
But would they try to get you to join him in?
Well,
Probably they want to run back to you, like, oh, please come for me.
yeah, he does try and get you to join him, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, maybe.
Mm, mm, should we combine the Bride of Frankenstein with this, or are we gonna? Nah, we'll do the Bride of Frankenstein separately.
Yeah, separately.
Yeah,
But I just warn you, like, this is going on quite long right now.
that's fine. It's Halloween. It's a spooktacular episode.
Dead jokes. Dead jokes.
Yeah, a lot of dead jokes. Bad habits. Trying to think.
I don't think there's anything else, really.
Nah, I think he's probably not great. He's bad habit of killing things accidentally. I don't know if he'd get you to do that.
Well, it's not a bad habit, though, is it? It's just...
That's a bad habit. Do you think having a habit of killing people is good, Dan?
But does he intend to do it, or is it accidental, isn't it?
Yeah, he might intentionally do it, because he's intentionally trying to get away from the fire.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be annoying. If you're trying to have a romantic evening and you're lighting candles, he'd be terrified and run out the room.
I didn't even think about that.
Like if you're in the bath and you have all those candles around, and you're trying to get him to come in, and he's just terrified of all the candles and just runs through your brick wall, and then people from your neighborhood can see you in your bath. It's terrible.
I mean, you could just not have candles.
No candles in a bath, Dan? You disgusting. How dare you try and ruin my romantic night with my boyfriend of Frankenstein?
Oh my God.
Does he have...
Right.
What are we
Bad
giving
habits.
him?
Answer the question. Well, what number?
What are you giving him?
I'll say 3.5.
I'll agree with you. 3.5. Do they have a passion for life?
They have a passion against fire.
They have a very big passion for life because they want to be alive. They don't want to not be dead.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no, they don't, because they don't like being alive.
I don't want to die.
Because they don't like their existence. So we give him a 0. He doesn't have a very big passion for life because he does. Although I can't remember, does he want to live? The one in Victor Frankenstein didn't want to live. No, he did want to live. I don't remember.
Let's have one or the other. It's not a hard decision right now.
Let's give him a 0.5 for passion for life because he seems very intent of not having, because he thinks he's a curse.
Errands.
Nah, he'd run away anytime he saw a light.
Right, 0.
Yep. Anytime you try and send him down to the shops, he'll just run away.
Are they inspiring you to be the best person that you can possibly be?
He did inspire Victor Frankenstein for that movie, because he tried to create a monster, and then when he saw that he created a monster, he was inspired to kill the monster. So yeah, I reckon he's pretty inspiring, but just for the wrong reasons. So we'll give him a 3.
Maybe 2.5?
Yeah, 2.5. Right, so what did he get in total?
He got 17.
Ah, that's not too bad. The Bride of Frankenstein. So just the gender-bended version of it. Will they stay out at night and you don't know where they are?
Oh, 100%.
She is a bit of a slut.
Exactly, that's what I was thinking. Like, you're not going to know. She'll cheat on you. She'll do anything with you.
She's got all those other men in her at the moment. It's just...
Yeah. There's just multiple men actually inside her.
Yeah.
So I'd give it a 0 for this.
Yeah, she's terrible.
Yeah.
This seems a bit... do they respect the feminist point of view?
100%.
Yep, 100%. 5. This seems real quick.
Would you feel...
When you're kicking...
Nah, they're dressing up fancy,
Yeah, they're a bit... they are wearing... Yeah, they're wearing a wedding dress, I'm pretty sure, because they're the bride.
Like, they're going to have a full face of makeup.
They're constantly pressuring you into trying getting married. And you're not... Like, every time you're sitting on the couch, you're like, why are we not in a fancy restaurant? And why are you not proposing to me?
Yeah, I wouldn't feel comfortable, So I think it's a solid 0.
Yeah, 0. Do they have any bad habits they tried to get you to join? Nah, she's pretty good.
I don't think anything wrong with that.
Nah, I think she's...
Should we go 5 then?
She probably... I imagine she's got quite a bad makeup addiction.
But would you join her in that?
Well, I don't know whether she knows... Because she's going to try and get me to put her makeup on.
Why are you doing it?
Well, what if her hand's fallen off? And she needs you to do her... But
that's not a bad habit that she's going to try to make you do.
No, it's I don't know. So we're giving...
I can go 4.5.
4.5? Okay. Do they have a passion for life? Yes, she loves life. She's all up about it. Yeah,
she's a slut.
She wants babies, I imagine. That's a passion for life. Yeah.
I'll give her a 5.
That seems a very sexist point of view that she wants babies. She might be a strong, independent woman who doesn't want babies. You never know.
That's true. She's feminist.
She might be all up about her own life, trying to progress her career. Let's give her a 5, solid 5.
Are they willing to run errands for you?
Yeah, I reckon she is. She can wear a hoodie. I don't know why that's relevant.
Yeah, actually, it's an errand. Love, could you borrow a hoodie, please? Yeah, sure, no problem.
Yeah.
That's an errand done.
It seems. Yeah, I reckon she would do the local shop or whatever.
Anything she wouldn't do?
Trying to think, is she scared of fire?
I think they all are.
I don't
Like
think
all the
she is.
Frankenstein
I think the
films,
only
aren't
reason I don't think the Bride of Frankenstein is scared of fire.
Oh. So give 4 or 3?
Yeah.
3.5?
Yeah. Are they inspiring you to be the best person? Yeah, she's definitely trying to get you to, pop the question. So
But is that the best person you can be?
well, she's definitely trying to get you to be marriage material, and that's the best possible version. So yeah, she's got a big old strong point of view. So she's definitely trying to get you to be better. She's kicking you off the sofa, getting you to go to the gym, making you, do stuff. She's making you learn how to cook, because every time she does, she drops bits of skin in there, and you're kind of, a bit grossed out by it. So she's trying to get you to learn to cook. I think, yeah, solid 5. She's definitely trying to get you to be a better person.
So the Bride of Frankenstein ends up on 23.
Whew, who would have thought the only woman we've got at the moment would be better than the men?
Funny how that works, isn't it?
Swamp Thing.
It's actually called Swamp Thing.
Yeah.
Are you sure? You didn't sound sure.
Well, it's Swamp Thing.
Alright.
Yeah, it's just Swamp Thing.
I thought it was like the black something, I don't know.
Oh, the creature of the Black Lagoon.
That's it, yeah.
It's the same sort of thing.
Oh, I could go Swamp Thing. It's easy to say.
I don't remember if Swamp Thing's the DC version or whatever.
DC is Swamp Thing. That's what I asked.
Okay, we'll just go Creature of the Black Lagoon then.
Let's go with Swamp Thing,
We'll
because that's a
call
long
it-
sentence
yeah.
to say each time.
CBL.
The Creature of the Black Lagoon, we're codenaming Swamp Thing.
Yep.
It's our cutesy name we have each other.
Yeah, it's our love affair. It's our love names.
Yeah.
I call it Swamp Thingy, and it calls me cunt, and I go, yeah. Will they stay out at night and you don't know where they are? Well, I don't know where any swamps are around where I live, so probably, because they'll probably go to the swamp a lot, and I don't know where swamps are. So I don't.
Well, no, I think it's Google Maps, find a swamp.
I'll Google Maps right now a swamp and see if anything comes up. You carry on. What?
Is there any swamps in the United Kingdom?
I don't know. That means they're going to go to America, and I'm just going to be like, swamp.
You might have to adapt to them. You might have to go, live with them.
Google search results none.
Oh, what a surprise.
So, yeah, it doesn't look like in the UK there are any swamps. At least not on Google Maps.
But does that mean they won't go out?
No, they'll probably try and go... Because I think one of the abilities of Swamp Thing is teleportation sort of things, where they sink into the earth and then pop up in the other side of the earth.
Oh, that's true. If they can do that, they're definitely gone. But would they let you know where they are? Probably not.
Nah, I don't think they're very good at communicating. They used to be a man, and then they turned into a Swamp Thing, so maybe they'd have a cell phone.
I feel like there's a little bit of decency they might have.
You never
An
know.
ounce.
Depends.
Should we go for a 1?
Yeah, I think they'd definitely be a stay-outer.
Are they a feminist?
Do you reckon?
I don't see him in high feminism. I don't think they care.
No, he's got other problems. He's a Swamp Thing. I don't think feminism's high on his... I think if there's a female doctor or something that could maybe cure him, you never know.
Yeah, but that's objectifying her.
Could be a man. You never know. He respects the thing as long as they can get it done. That's not sexist.
I reckon he could be a little bit sexist,
There is the picture of the woman in the torn clothes, and yeah, I don't think it's very feminist. Nah.
Should we go for...
Hang on, let me just type in Swamp Thing posters, because I'm pretty sure there is a...
Type Swamp Thing posters, because that'll come up the DC one. Creature of the Black Lagoon.
Fuck's sake. Creature of the Black Lagoon.
Research results are coming up now.
Yeah, he's grabbing a woman in the poster. She's wearing a very skimpy white costume. Yeah.
Oh, he's going for those type of women. Oh, he's not a feminist. He's sexist.
Oh,
He's
there's a
objectifying.
man in a sort of triangle one piece pants thing covering his junk. and he's got a knife trying to kill it. Yeah, she's wearing.
One?
It's hard to describe. It's like you know those Tarzan things where it's just the triangle covering.
Yeah, I know what I mean.
Yeah, that sort of thing. And that's all he's wearing. And the dude's got a knife and he's trying to stab the Swamp Thing whilst protecting the white dressed lady.
I reckon 1 or 2. 1.5?
Yeah, we'll go low.
Alright.
When you're kicking around the house with your sweats on, do you feel comfortable? Nah, because I don't like the touch of wet. Like, he's always going to be wet. Like, you're always going to be stepping in puddles. You're always going to be having to get the Hoover and cleaning up after him.
You don't want the feeling of a nice, wet, moist body.
Well, it's like seaweed. Have you ever had, like, seaweed around your leg and it's just, like, that weird, gross, sticky...
Yeah, it's kind of,
Imagine
horrible.
trying to cuddle up with that. That's not going to be comfortable.
I mean, I've got phobia of sea life.
Well, then this is just bad for you all over, isn't it?
That's true.
You're going to hate this.
Will be in there.
Yeah.
I'd give 0 for me personally, but
yeah, I'll go 0 as well. I don't like wet socks, and that's just going to be all the time. Do they have any bad habits they tried to get you to join them in?
Clearly taking off women's clothes.
Oh wow, that is a very sexualized picture there. Let's ignore that and keep scrolling.
What did you find?
It's just a woman in a scantily clad bikini being touched up by the thing.
Oh.
That's it.
Clearly not 2020 appropriate.
No. Well, it probably was drawn in 2020. People have weird fetishes.
Can you imagine that? Just a woman's fetish?
Imagine having sexual desires for Swamp Thing as we go through the most dateable section of monsters segment of the show.
Yeah, we get a comment on our video on our podcast saying, "How can you say Swamp Thing's unattractive?" Oh,
personally, we don't find him attractive. If you find him,
personal opinion for this.
Yeah, it's a personal opinion. If you find him sexy, go for it. You can date Swamp Thing. If you think he's a feminist,
as long as you're both 2 consenting adults.
Yeah, if you like wet socks, go for it. Drive yourself crazy. If that's your fetish, you go ham. But he will also probably eat your ham, so you never know. I don't know what he eats.
What does he? Probably sea life.
Probably plankton. That sort of shit. Probably seaweed. You never know. Bad habits they try to get you to join in. I don't think he has any habits. He just kind of hangs around in swamps. He likes nature, so he's probably trying to get you to care for nature a bit. That's not a bad habit. Are we saying a 5 for bad habit? No.
No, I wouldn't give 5.
No, because it's the opposite for this one, isn't it?
What do you mean?
Do they have any bad habits that you try to get?
Yeah, what bad things do they do?
And we need the positive to make the score go up, so we got to go... If they're not trying to get you into bad habits, then it's a good thing. If they are trying to get you into bad habits, then it's a negative thing.
Yeah.
So it's a 5, because they're not trying to get us into bad habits, and that's the.
But would they also try to get bad habits? Who join them?
I don't think they
go around the world attacking people, attacking young women.
I don't know if they try and get you to do it. Maybe.
Should we go 4.5?
Yeah, we'll drop them down a bit. Do they have a passion for life? They have a passion for wildlife, so that's a big plus. I don't know if they have a passion for human life. They are very eco-friendly.
I mean, yeah, maybe if they have a passion for the environment, that's a good thing.
So we'll go high for them.
Yeah,
4.5.
4.5 sounds good.
Willing to run errands. They would be great at a shop if there was a plant and they could just materialize out of the plant and get your shop.
Imagine how quick it could be done.
Yeah, they'd be great.
For a supermarket.
Yeah.
Avoid COVID altogether. Just pop up here and there.
Yeah. They've got their slimy skin to... that's the downside, though. It'll be covered in gross stuff, so you'd have to have very
slimy.
Like, you couldn't get them to get fresh vegetables because they'd be against it. They wouldn't be... They'd be very, against you eating plants. So,
yeah.
I mean, you'd get very fat because you wouldn't...
It's about errands, not about what you're eating.
Yeah, but it's whether you wouldn't be able to get them to get you vegetables and stuff. So if you ask for vegetables, they'd kick up a fuss and they'd go... Not give you.
Yeah, you wouldn't be.
You wouldn't really get what you want.
You would be healthy.
Like every time you want non-eco-friendly toothpaste or something, they'd kick up a fuss or
toothpaste.
You probably wouldn't be allowed toilet paper because it's killing trees. So if you ask, so I don't think they're very good at getting errands. Say a 2. Yeah, 2. Are they inspiring you to be the best person that you can possibly be? Well, they're very eco-friendly. So they definitely try and get you. As much as I'd hate it, shitting in the woods wouldn't be as bad because you couldn't use toilet paper and you'd have to use like a leaf. It wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, and I'd probably feel better about the environment. And they'd probably be trying to take down... that's the bad habit that they try and get you to do. Take down, like, industrial plants and stuff, like espionage, where you have to go plant bombs and blow up factories to stop pollution. That'd definitely be a bad habit.
Yeah.
But it's on a positive side, because it's for the environment. So I don't know. We'll stick with the one that we had for the bad habits, and then we'll say they're probably going to be like a 3.7 for inspiring you to be the best person that you can possibly be.
Yeah, I'm happy with 3.7. So it gives a combined score of 17.2.
Not too bad. Phantom of the Opera. This one I know nothing about.
Neither do I, to be honest.
Stay out all night and don't know where they are. Well, they're stuck in the opera, so you know where they are. That's not a bad thing.
I think we should do a bit of quick research about what is the Phantom of the Opera, because I have no idea.
It's a guy who lives underneath the opera and then falls in love with a woman, I'm pretty sure. When he hits
but he kills people as well, I think. Doesn't he?
Probably. But, that's not the question. It's just, will he stay out at night? Yes. Do you know where they are? Yes. They're at the opera. They're very high class. They're very fancy, Dan.
So basically, no one knows he exists.
Yeah. So we know he exists. Somehow we found him. Somehow we went backstage and we went to go get an autograph signed by the lead actress. And then somehow he was out back and we bumped into him and we got a bit flirty and, said hi, waved at him. He waved back. He had a mask on, so he was a bit mysterious. And then we kind of just hit it off. He took us back underneath. He played the piano. And then we kind of just, oh no, it's not piano, it's an organ, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then we're now dating and we're trying to find out whether or not he stays out at night. And we don't know where he is.
I don't think he would.
Well, he does, but we know where he is. But he is lusting after someone else, so that's a bad sign. Because he's trying to go for the main actress, isn't he?
Mm.
So we've got a bit of a competition side. So I think he's scoring... I reckon a 3. He's scoring pretty medium on it.
Yeah.
Because we know where he is, but he is trying to hit on another woman. Well, a woman.
Can't have that.
Does he respect women's feminist point of view? Well, he seems a bit possessive and controlative of the lady, from what I remember.
Yeah, does seem to give her opinion. There's a lot of consent in there.
He does try and kidnap her, so I don't think he's not very feminist. So, a 1? Lower than a 1?
Well, 1 was good.
1 sound?
I reckon he could have some feminist qualities, but...
He does like women. That's not in the positive way. When kicking around the he can't leave the opera, so he's not kicking around, so he's going to score pretty low.
So you can hang out with him here. Also,
he's going to be playing that organ at all hours of the night, and he's just going to be trying to relax, and he's just going to be playing it, and it's just going to be bugging you, because organs kind of suck when you're not in the moment,
Well, it kind of sucks when I sleep.
Like, if you're trying to watch TV and he's playing his organ, it's just going to be over the TV, and if you don't have a good sound system, you can't blare him out, or... Don't have decent...
Or like your £700 soundbar.
Yeah. Yeah. I could survive. Yeah. I'd be fine. I could blare him out. I'd just play rock music or something. Just go, this is real music. Fucking
That's an organ crap.
No one cares. It's a dead art form. Sorry to any organ players out there. We love you. Please send us a clip of your work. We'll love it.
I love the playing of the heart,
I apparently hear a lot of dead birds get stuck in the pipe, so, you have to clean them out a lot.
Not very good for the environment.
Nah.
0?
What, for kicking around the house? Well, he's not hanging out. He can't leave, I don't think.
Exactly. You can't.
Yeah, so he's definitely a 0. Also, that organ's just going to piss you off.
Do they have any bad habits? Well, killing people.
Playing the organ. I don't want
the organ. That's terrible.
No.
0?
Yeah, 0. Do they have a passion for life?
Not really.
They have a passion for the opera. Is opera life?
No. Opera's not life. Opera's dead.
We'll give him 0.5.
0.5.
He has a passion. Will they willingly run errands for you and do them
No, they can't leave the opera.
Nah, they're stuck at the opera.
It's a 0.
Yep, no. He sucks. He could probably
do they inspire you to be the best person you can be?
He could steal stuff from the opera.
So I'll say no.
No.
He doesn't. He's just there.
I mean, if you want prop stuff, he'd probably if you were like a theater director, if you worked at the theater and you wanted him to get you some stuff from like the prop storage cupboard, he'd probably be doing that pretty well.
Yeah.
But we don't work at the theater, so
No, we don't.
Nah. A 1.
Yeah, I go for 1.
Are they inspiring you to be the best person that you could possibly be? Not really.
That was the one we just
He's
did.
trying to get me to be... No, we did errands.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. Inspiring you to be the best person that you could possibly be. He wants you to play the organ. That's not really making me a better person.
No.
Does he have any pop? Does he try and make you do anything? He might try and make you a better singer. Is that a positive? Like, do you want to learn how to sing? Personally?
Not really.
No? You don't want to be like the next Jay-Z or Beyonce?
Actually, no, I would like to sing. I wish I could sing. I can't sing.
No, I can't
can't
sing.
sing at all.
I'd quite like to be able to learn how to sing.
I like to learn a lot of things, but I'm pretty incapable of a lot of things.
Well, he could definitely try and teach. I'm sure he'd try and get you to be better, but I don't know if that's what I want. I don't know if I want to be a singer.
Can he teach me to ride a bike?
Maybe. It might be a prop bike in the theatre, like one of those.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I need to learn it one day, maybe.
It depends.
Maybe
What is there in a theatre that normal? There's like it depends on what the production is. It just depends on what's there, what stuff comes in, and then he could teach you all of that. So, like if it's like a juggling act, you want to learn how to juggle. It's anything that you can do in a theatre, really.
Shall we go for 1?
Yeah, we'll give him a 1.
So the Phantom of the Opera has a score of 6.5.
Oh, he did bad. No one likes the opera. I reckon this guy's gonna do quite well. Dracula.
Ooh.
Will they stay out at night and you don't know where they are?
Yeah, because you'll
Yeah.
be in bed.
You'll be in
So
bed
anyway.
and you're not gonna have a lot of time to talk to them because they're not gonna be really out.
Well, you would have to become nocturnal as well.
You would definitely have to be a clubbing type of person or work late nights. Like you'd have to have a job where you work nights, and then I used to have a job where I worked like semi late into the day, and then I stayed up quite late into the night. So maybe that part of this was my rebellious teenage years.
Or when he became Dracula.
No, when I dated Dracula.
Oh, he did actually. He did.
Yeah.
And
I didn't become Dracula, Dan, because that would.
Why not?
Well, he might kiss me on the neck and make me a vampire. You know,
Kiss you? Do we bite?
he could do both. You never know. Get very strong hickey. Will they stay out at night? Yeah, I reckon.
I'd say
I reckon
0.
Dracula loves.
Oh no, not maybe 0. Maybe 1.
Yeah, he loves the club scene. I reckon. He's
He
probably.
likes to dance,
Yeah,
but he likes to be with the women a lot as well.
and you don't know where he is because he's probably going out and killing sheep just to subside himself so he doesn't bite you. You know, at least he's respectful in that sense. Does he respect
does
the
what?
feminist point of view?
No chance.
I reckon he does.
No chance.
No, Dracula's a very progressive. They love women.
Sorry, not.
No, they love women.
No, he's objectifying them. He's basing them on their views of what they look like,
Nah.
not what they believe in.
Dan. He's got
No chance.
He can charm people like that. He's great.
I know you had a thing with him when you were a teenager, but I'm sorry, he led you on wrong.
No, he loved me. I wasn't.
He led you on wrong.
No, he loved me.
He's a sexist prick.
No, he respected
is.
the women that were in that orgy he had when I wasn't there. He loved
He
me.
did not.
He loved
Like,
those.
he used them
didn't
and that
charm.
was it.
No, he didn't charm those women. I swear. He loved me.
He didn't.
We
You
were
have to,
just-
you have to let go of this.
No, I can't. I loved him. He was so smooth. I still have the marks on my neck.
Oh, I see. There's the 2 dots in there.
So you want to give him a low score?
Yeah.
Well, I'm charmed, so I want to give him a high score. So we'll have to give him a 3
All
or
right.
a 2.5.
2.5. 2.5.
When you're kicking around the house in your sweats, do you feel comfortable? Yeah, pretty much. I mean,
I don't know. Surely you're always kind of dressed up in that kind of
well,
black
it
suit
depends
or
on
something.
whether or not we're living with him. Are we living in a castle?
You live in a coffin with them.
Why would you live in the coffin?
I mean, you have to sleep
live
in a coffin with them as well.
They don't. I don't know how a coffin. They look very comfortable when they do them because they've got all that padding. Like for some odd reason, the coffins are very comfortable looking.
I mean, I could do it, to be honest. I wouldn't mind it as long as I can open the door.
There's ones where you can get like TV screens in them, and it's like so people can view the body.
As it's
That-
decaying
That
and
yeah,
dying.
it seems real weird. It's like security issues. And it's just like, I don't know. I've seen things, and it's just like, why is this a thing? But yeah, I'd like to kick it around a castle when he's sleeping in the day. You just get to hang out in a big old castle. Probably not the best internet connection. And also you have to have lights, so if Frankenstein comes around again, he's gonna be panicking.
3?
Yeah, I think sitting on like the big old throne that he has would be quite cool, comfy. You got the big dining room tables.
Yeah.
You got a lot of space to put stuff. Like, I reckon you could convert some of those rooms into like a home gym. You know, like you'd get pretty comfortable because you'd have a lot of space, so you could spread out a bit. You could have your own area. You know,
It'd be quite nice. Nice lot of. I could get me in
Yeah.
driving range.
also not many people are coming because
That's true. I hate people.
like
So
people
that's
are
good.
kind of not. Yeah,
Maybe 4.
I'd go high, so we'll go 4.
Do you have any bad habits? Yes, I do.
Cult, blood rituals, sacrifices.
Biting people on the neck, drinking people's blood to live.
For some odd reason, this vampire hunter keeps coming round trying to ruin your dates, and it's just like, ugh, get out of here, Van Helsing. Fuck you. Like, I've told you a million times, he's great. Fuck her. Like, I don't care if you keep waving your garlic around me. I don't want to put it in my food. He's got an allergy. Fuck off. Stop trying to kill my boyfriend.
What's happening?
I don't know. It's late.
I'm scared.
What's wrong? That's my Stacy
know.
voice.
My brain sort of fell asleep for a minute. I woke up, she making that noise, and I was like, what is happening?
Also, he does have the ability to hypnotize you, so you would be forced to do those habits.
I reckon it's a 0.
If you don't want to do them, it's a 0. If you do want to do them because he's making you do them, it's a 5. And I want to do them, so it's a 5. So we have to go 2.5.
Oh, okay.
Do they have a passion for life? No, they like being dead. Although they have a fixation on living forever, so I reckon pretty high.
4?
4.2.
4.2.
Willing to run errands for you. Well, they'd get their slaves to do that. So yeah.
I don't think they could do it. There's nothing they could do because all the shops are closed. Not usually. I could test it 24/7.
Yeah, if you go to 24/7, they could probably do it. And also, you'd probably save a fortune on it because they just hypnotize the cashier to say that you've had the money paid. So you wouldn't have to pay for anything. I reckon he's pretty decent at doing errands. Although, you would eventually have to go out and kill a goat for them and, so that they don't turn on you.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going a 3.
Yeah, let's give it 3.
Are they inspiring you to be the best possible person you can be? I reckon they could hypnotize you into trying to be better. So that's pretty positive.
But would you actually be a better person though?
Well, it's the
worse?
immortality question. Whether or not, if you live forever, would you become better?
Well, no, I think I would.
You would?
You learn from all your mistakes.
Yeah.
Everything.
So you reckon you'd be better? You wouldn't immediately just turn to crime and just,
No, I'll never do that. I'm a nice person.
Yeah, so you having the ability to live forever would probably make you a better person.
I mean, if I could die, imagine all people I could save.
Yeah, you could do research. In the Castlevania TV show, Dracula gives his wife the research to help cure diseases, so, pretty positive. He, inspires her to be better. So yeah, let's give him a solid big old 5.
Yeah, I agree.
Even if he's not, you can just hypnotize you into be better. So
Dracula is on 22.2.
Ooh, pretty high. Okay, we got Dracula's daughter.
No, I have a thing for female vampires.
Okay, that's not the question.
So my scores might be higher, eh?
Will they stay out at night and you don't know where they are? Well, they've got their daddy's bloodline in them, so they're going to have to be out at night, so sadly we're going to have to put them pretty low. Although they might text you because they're a bit more considerate.
Yeah. You're on the phone all the time.
Yeah.
So
So, what do you reckon? 3?
I reckon 3.
Mm-hmm. Do they respect a feminist point of view?
Yeah, 100%.
Default 100% because women. That's such a sexist viewpoint.
Nah, how can it be? It
No, it can't be sexist. Women's not sexist. When you're kicking it around, yeah, definitely 100%.
Yeah, 5 definitely.
Yeah, 5's all around. Do they have any bad habits they try to get you to join them in? They probably try and get me on
don't mind.
TikTok.
I don't mind. I'll join whenever.
Nah, I don't.
Oh, send it. I don't mind. I'll be on a TikTok.
Well,
I'm not
the
gonna
benefit
count,
is
but-
they wouldn't have the problem of they wouldn't be able to do TikTok because they don't have shadows. No, they don't have reflections. Can you? You can't record vampires,
I don't actually know now.
so they wouldn't
Can
be
you?
on TikTok. They wouldn't be in. Oh, that'd be great. No, they're brilliant because they wouldn't have.
That's true.
They wouldn't have the social media thing because they couldn't see what they look like.
That's
so
a vibe.
even if you could record them, they'd look garbage. Unless they had a constant video feed recording themselves so they could do their makeup, but there's like a second delay on that, so they're not going to be good.
Wait, how do female vampires do the makeup?
They probably get like in a room with a bunch of other ones and just do each other's.
Okay.
Well, that's probably how they do it.
Yeah, it has to be, isn't it?
Either that or I assume that's how they do it. Or they just naturally have it. Or they use like levitation or something to get the objects. And they just kind of instinctively know where to put it.
5?
Yeah, because they're not trying to get you into anything because they can't really do anything. I mean, they might occasionally try and get you to join a cult, but you know.
Oh, that's fine. I'll do it.
I'll do it. Pretty eyes, hypnotized, whatever. Do they have a passion for life? Again, immortal, so very much big old pluses for life. They're undead technically, but they do love being undead alive.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they don't like being staked, so they really, really want to stay alive. Yeah, pretty high. 5. Willingly run errands for you. Again, Dracula situation. They've got the ability to hypnotize. They're a woman, so they get a lot of stuff for free, so even if they don't have to charm.
You haven't just said that.
It's a joke.
You haven't just said that.
I did, but you know.
It's 2020, but you haven't just said that.
I can say what I like. Whether or not I have to pay for the consequences of my words is another thing.
Don't we be cancelled in 2 years' time?
No one listens to this anyway.
Wait until 2 years' time when everyone's listening to our old ones.
Well, then I'll come out with an apology speech and go, I apologize for my past actions. I did not mean them, and I apologize. There, I've said it now.
I have made a severe and lack of misjudgment.
Anyway, that's my speech. I'm just gonna, if anything does come out, I'm just gonna cut this section of the podcast out and place it. Anyway, where are we up to? Willing to run errands. Would they run errands? I reckon they would. I don't think they'd have a problem.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Yeah.
4?
Are they, again, Dracula thing for the inspiring of the best person you can be.
Hypnotizers.
Yeah, Andals.
5.
Yep, solid 5.
So, ooh, what a score. Dracula's daughter got a score of 32 out of 35.
And then
Who would have thought?
Wolf.
The attractive woman is top of the list.
And where's the Frankenstein's bride?
One below.
Seems a bit biased, but let's see if Wolfman can do any better. Will they stay out at night and you don't know where they are?
Hunting sheep.
Well, yeah. If you have a local farm near you, which I think I do, you know where they are. Also, is Wolfman permanently Wolfman?
I thought they were.
Can't remember. I don't know if they turn into if they're like werewolf, where they only turn. Let's Google it.
I'm pretty sure Wolfman is just permanent wolf.
Google it. See if Wolfman is permanently wolf. Just type in Wolfman permanently wolf.
Oh, what are you doing? Oh, I'm okay.
You do it.
What?
I've got to think of whether or not he would stay out at night because he has to if he's wolf. He's a dog. They're cute. Do you want to date a dog? Basically, would you date your dog, Dan?
Probably not.
No. So he's gonna score pretty low. Well, he might have a decent chance. Will they stay out at night? You don't know where they are. Like we said, they're probably gonna be in a field eating animals. They will definitely stay out at night, so they're probably going to score quite low on this one. So they're probably going to get like a 1. Would you say a 1?
Yeah, about 1.
Yeah. And
I can't find the answer.
Nah.
But I'm pretty sure they don't go back to human.
No. Okay, so they could be out in the day. So maybe they are a nighttime person. Maybe they're not a nighttime person.
Leave it as a 1.
Yeah. Do they respect?
Do they have a feminist point of view?
I don't see why you wouldn't.
No, I can't.
No, you can't think of any reason why you wouldn't.
Nah, but things like that, I don't see why would he be really strong for either.
Well, dogs I don't think can have a feminist agenda.
Actually, saying that, dogs, a male dog could just hump anything. They just objectify. They won't base them off their opinions.
So pretty sexist then.
Yeah.
Okay, let's score low. 1.
Yeah.
When you're kicking around the house with them in your sweats, do you feel comfortable? Yeah, I'd reckon.
Nah, there's hair everywhere.
Yeah, but you have a dog and there's hair everywhere with that dog.
No, but there can be one hairy person in a relationship, that's me.
You're not hairy.
You want to bet?
No, you're not, you're a simple boy.
I
don't
can
need
prove
you to
otherwise.
strip down and show me. I
So
don't.
maybe one hairy person.
No. Well, it's like having a dog in your house. Do you feel comfortable with your dog?
Well, yeah, but my dog.
Scale up your dog to about your size, and then see if you'd be
So
comfortable.
a
with it.
furry.
But, oh yeah, I didn't think about furries. Oh, that. Yeah, I mean, whatever your sexual kink is, you can enjoy it. But I'm not into you furries, so I'd be a little uncomfortable.
Furries aren't just sexual kink,
Especially if I'm out in pub. Well, I mean, I know it's in my house and stuff, but if I went out shopping with them, and I'd get those weird looks from couples or other people, and be like, "Oh no, they're not a furry. They just have a condition where they look a bit hairy, and they have teeth, and they have claws, and they go into fits of rage when they're annoyed, like a classic boyfriend, you know."
Yeah,
But yeah, would you feel comfortable with your dog scaled up?
not really, because it'd be a furry.
So we're going low.
I reckon 1.
I thought he'd score quite high on that one because it's just a big
2
dog.
members of furry.
Yeah, I mean, if it was slightly smaller, he'd probably be like a husky size or a Great Dane. So I mean, yeah, we gotta go pretty low. For some odd reason, making him bigger doesn't make him cuter.
1.5.
Yeah. Do they have any bad habits they try to get you to join them in? Well, I'm not a big fan of the moon, and they'd be trying to get me to be all pro moon.
Moon. Pretty sure
Yeah.
Wolfman's not. That's werewolves, not Wolfman, is it?
Isn't? I don't know. Isn't it
I thought
similar?
Wolfman's just a man and
Does-
a wolf.
Yeah, but wolves love the moon anyway.
Okay,
Wolves are
that's
known
true.
to- But
Is that a bad habit?
So,
though?
I mean-
was that more of a passion for life?
it's kind of annoying.
This is a habit, though.
Because
Is it?
every time they try and get you to howl at the moon, they try and get you to join in on that. And I don't really want to be out in my neighborhood at the middle of the night howling at the moon. Like, you'd get noise complaints. It'd be like, god damn it. And I mean, would you really want to? You have to pick up their shit as well.
Yeah.
I don't know if you could train a wolf man to pit a poo in the toilet.
Well, he's still a man.
Yeah, maybe you could meet him halfway, and he'd have one of those kitty little things.
That's why it's a wolf man, not a werewolf.
Yeah, that's similar enough. I get.
Well, werewolf's more dog, and then wolfman is a man that like a wolf.
I'm trying to think of bad habits that they have. Clipping their toenails. Would they try and get you to join them in? Like you groom your dog?
Well, why would you join in that? You wouldn't join in that.
Well, it's like when you groom your own dog's toenail.
I think the thing to join, the one to join you in is like chasing stuff.
Oh, well, every time a car goes past and they run after it. They try and get you to come in. It's good exercise though.
But they'll just run past you because they got wolf legs.
So you'd have to keep catching up to them. You'd probably just end up calling an Uber and going after them in the Uber. Like the car that they're chasing is just the Uber and it swings back and then you get in and it's just like, nah, it'd be fine. Just keep going. We'll get home eventually.
So what do you reckon as a score?
I reckon he's going to score quite low, about a 2, maybe. Do they have a passion for life? Not sure. I mean, his existence is kind of shit. Everyone looks at him weird.
But he does love the moon. Love the moon.
Is
Sorry.
that a passion for life, though?
I think he's passionate about the moon.
Oh, do you reckon if you're trying to get jiggy in the bedroom a bit, he'll start calling out the moon instead of your name? You know? Do you want to...
Why? Why have you done this?
You know?
Probably not. I don't think he's that passionate about the moon.
No, you were the one claiming he had a passion for it. He might be a bit too passionate.
I reckon too.
Yeah, yeah. Willing to run errands. If you try tie a ball to it, you'll be able to throw it and get him to go in the general direction, and then he'll definitely return. You know? Do you reckon you can train dogs to get things? Fetch?
That's true.
I
can afford.
Yeah. You just have to train him because there's people who can get their dog to pick up the newspaper and stuff.
And the very final one, are they?
Wait, we didn't
inspiring
give him a
you to be
score,
the
you
best?
dumbass.
He said 4.
Did you? No,
Yeah.
I don't, okay, yeah, 4.
He said yeah.
Oh, I wasn't listening.
You agreed to me.
I probably just instinctively did it. Are they inspiring you to be the best person? It's a dog. Dogs inspire the best of people, except Donald Trump has one, and Vladimir Putin, and a bunch of other bad people.
But they do inspire you to be better, though.
Yeah,
'Cause you'll
I
be
don't
good
think
for it.
I could be bad in front of a dog.
5.
5. And that's
Right.
it, ladies and gentlemen.
That's a list all finished. So, the rank of 1 to 8, start from the bottom, coming in dead last is the Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah, fuck
at a
off.
score at 6.5.
Yep, fuck.
Who would have thunk it? Number 7 was Wolfman at 16.5.
Oh, wow.
Number 6
Wait,
was
6. There's a 10-point difference
there's
between
a
the
10-point difference.
Wow, we really hated the Phantom of the Opera.
So Wolfman was at 16.5. Frankenstein was at 17.
Frankenstein's monster. We weren't dating
Frankenstein
the
Monster,
doctor.
sorry, was at 17.
We'll get letters, Dan. We'll get letters.
The Creature, the Black Lagoon, was at 17.2. The Mummy was at 17.5.
Mm-hmm.
Dracula was 22.2.
I love my baby Dracula.
Coming in runner-up at second is The Bride of Frankenstein at 23. And the most attractive or dateable monster is Dracula's daughter at 32.
We didn't establish the age. She's thousands of years old. It's fine.
She's hundreds.
Hundreds, yeah. So it's all good.
This is assuming, of course, they're all of age.
Yeah. Well, that was fun. I'm glad we did that. We may or may not do this next year, and we'll try and get some different monsters, or like horror movie monsters that we can see if we can date. I mean, this will
like
be
Jason.
a fun, yeah, or Freddy, or the Leprechaun from Leprechaun, or whatever it is.
And the Saw guy, whatever his name is.
Jigsaw.
That's it.
Yeah, we might continue this. If you have any horror movie things that you want us to do next year, send them to us, and we'll put a list together, and we'll carry on this grand tradition, maybe. Unless you hate it, and then we'll never do it again.
No. Imagine people hate it.
I don't think anyone could hate this.
No. It's a fully thought out idea.
Should we go on to our last subject or topic of the day, which is
Yeah.
I have finally come up with a name of our infamous Urban Dictionary Sex Moves segment. It's called Are You a Sexpert? And this is our Halloween special. So, Dan, can you guess, just from the name, what a Halloween surprise entails?
A Halloween surprise.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming it's when your period starts when you're having sex.
Ooh, very close. It is the act in which a girlfriend seduces her boyfriend for sex. However, once inside her, the boyfriend realizes that he has entered a dark and bloody mess, often accompanied by a foul odor and a girlfriend shouting boo, most often occurring around Halloween. Last night was Halloween and my girlfriend was on her period and I didn't know. To make a long story short, she gave me a Halloween surprise. Needless to say, it was a mess.
Wow.
So you got pretty good, so I'm going to give you a point for that, because you did guess period.
Yeah, I was like, you know what? I'm not going to give you that.
So you're 1 for 1 now. You're 1 negative and 1 positive. So we'll keep this up and see how much of a sexpert you are from future guessing.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it for today. We're going to wrap it up here. I hope you enjoyed. If you want to check us out, we have some social medias and stuff, or I don't know if Dan's ready to announce his
Yeah, so I've
Twitch
now
yet.
started Twitch. So twitch.tv/Weller, it's about time. There's no content on there yet, even no thumbnails, but it started. So follow me.
And I came up with the name, so I'm hoping to gaslight Dan into thinking it's a good name, because he was very apprehensive about taking it. So yeah, if you could sign up for that. I also have a Twitch at Franken, or whatever it is. It's Frankenstein. Frankenstein, so FrankComstein at Twitch. My gaming channel on YouTube is Frankenstein Gaming, and my Twitter is Frankenstein. So pretty easy to find me on all of those. Do you have anything you're going to do for next week, Dan?
Well, I think hopefully I'm a little
Because
less
next
busy.
time we record, it will be Halloween. So
That's true. However, I'm not watching anything Halloween-y. So I think I'm going to watch the second Lord of the Rings, finally.
Very Halloween.
And maybe watch a gentleman film.
Ooh, yes, definitely do that. That's definitely both are definitely worth it. I may finally get round to watching The Devil All the Time for our Halloween.
You say it every week.
I will eventually. I was gonna watch it today, but then I decided to watch the boys behind the scenes wrap up video thing series that they did for each episode for some odd reason, and I watched the Borat 2 and Trial of the Chicago 7, which both were very enjoyable films, and hopefully next week will be another enjoyable film that I watch. So that's it. We'll see you next week. Peace out, y'all.
All right. Bye.